It's a choice. It is a choice. It's a choice. Everything is a choice. I've heard it said that we all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. Have you ever been around people who think certain ways? Or should I say, they choose to think in certain ways? Perhaps you've been around individuals who are constantly negative and think that the world is out to get them, or the world is going to hell, or the world is just, just crashing down around them, and there's nothing they can do about it. Perhaps you've been around other type of people as well, another kind of person who thinks the opposite. What is the difference between these two individuals? A choice. I believe it is a choice. When I discovered for myself, and I feel like this derived from Nichiren Buddhism, where I got this principle, is that it is impossible to hold a positive thought and a negative thought in your mind at the same time. Simultaneously. Go ahead. If you don't believe me, just give it a try right now. As you're listening to me speak, go ahead and try for yourself. Try to think of a positive thought and a negative thought at the same time. Pretty difficult, right? Well, actually, it's impossible. Now, without going all the way into why this is, ask yourself, knowing this, what does that tell you? It's a choice. It's a choice. I love the motivational speaker and author Jerome, who says, our lives are mostly affected by the way we think things are, not the way they are. The way we think things are affects us most. It's a choice. There's a story that I heard one time from Jim Quick of two twin boys. Have you heard this story of the two twin boys? Where they were identical in almost every way except for their personality and their perspective. If one thought things were positive, the other thought they were negative. One was the eternal optimist and the other a pessimist. If one thought it was too hot, the other thought it was too cold. If one thought the TV needed to be turned down, the other thought it was too soft and needed to be turned up. Everything was different about them in their perspectives. And so one day, the father of these two twin boys decided to do a little experiment. He decided to, one holiday season, buy the pessimist a whole bunch of gifts and do a split test between them. So for this holiday season, he filled the pessimist boys' room full of toys. All these toys, if you can imagine, a room just chock full to the brim of trinkets, toys, gadgets, all sorts of action figures, everything that a kid could want. And in the optimist room, he filled it to the brim with horse manure, horse dung. And on that day, he walked by both of their rooms just to see the demeanor of the twin boys. And when he walked by the pessimist boy's room, he noticed that the pessimist boy was crying and just really throwing a fit. And he walked into the room and asked, "Why are you crying? What's going on? Why are you so unhappy? What's the matter?" And the little boy said, "With all these toys, all my friends will be envious of me. They'll be jealous of me. No one will want to play with me. There's too many instructions. All these toys, I won't be able to play with them all. How could I do this? Like, what am I to do?" And he walked over to the optimist room. And once he opened the door, he found the optimist boy playing, jumping, and just frolicking around, giggling, laughing for joy in all the horse manure. And he said, "Oh my gosh, why are you so happy? Like, what is going on? Why are you so joyous?" And the optimist boy said, "With all this manure, there must be a pony in here somewhere." It's a choice. It's a choice. We may not control what happens to us, but we can always control our reaction to it. Remember, my friend, you cannot hold a positive and a negative thought in your mind at the same time, but the one that you choose to hold may just affect your destiny. Thank you for listening to this message. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, that is the Open Palm Podcast, here in, what is this? Am I Hollywood today? Here in California. The open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. I pray that you did receive a message from this today, and that if you were so affected and it resonated with you, you got value, that you would support it by going to anchor.fm/JShaw, that is JSHAW. If you open your browser and go there and support, that is much appreciated. Also, taking just a moment to give this a positive rating on whatever platform that you are choosing to listen to it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. And as always, have a blessed day or night, wherever you are. Choose wisely and take care.